I would test the people that I work with and figure out what they actually need at this point in time, which is probably going to be different than what they needed 2 months ago and different from what they're going to need 2 months down the line, and then give them work to do on those things, quantify progress from whether it's a heart rate standpoint or some performance metric. It could be a Bronco, even though I don't care for the Bronco itself as a metric of conditioning for rugby. But whatever output based test you can find, whether it's close to rugby or not, is in my opinion completely irrelevant, because none of the tests are anywhere remotely close to the demands of rugby. And that's actually a little experiment that I'm going to be running in the next few months. I've gotten 3 guys from my team, a prop, a flanker, and a back, and I'm gonna strap them up with the technology and get them to run all those different popular tests, and then just put the Moxies on them as well when they go and play actual rugby. Nice. And then just look at the graphs from the physiological standpoint and be like, okay, let's have a look at all those graphs and all the tests that are said to be rugby tests, and let's actually look if there's any similarities and what's going on under the hood between those tests and in a game of rugby. I can already tell you that there is none.
Yeah. Oh, you're on the right podcast when it comes to shitting on tests for rugby. I'm telling you, I somehow I feel like this is not me. This is the first time I haven't shoehorned it in myself, but usually I do spend a lot of time saying, like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing these stupid tests?
Yeah, so. Yeah, and I do think that a test, and again, I really don't care which one, is a good way just to quantify your progress on a given metric that you're trying to improve. I think the stuff that I've been doing is more useful in a pure endurance context or in a CrossFit context, because it is a step test that resembles what you might do with a VO2 test. But it does give you a good way to quantify progress over time, in the sense that you could just look at, the average heart rate on the last minute of each step. Say you're running for 4 minutes at 6 kilometers per hour, and then you take a minute break, and then you do another 4 minutes at 9 kilometers per hour, and you keep going like that, plus 3 kilometers per hour on every step. You look at the last minute of each one of those, you take your average heart rate, and then after a month of training, whatever you were trying to work, you do the same steps again, and you look at your heart rate in all those different running speeds. Were you able to decrease your heart rate for a given output? That would mean that you've actually made quantifiable progress, because whether you want to talk about your heart being more efficient, or just yourself being more efficient, or other parts of your body working harder so that the heart doesn't have to do all the work, no matter which way you spin it, if you can over time see a decrease in heart rate for a given output, you're winning. And so I think that having some kind of barometer to quantify progress is important. And